Baik, Anda masih bersama kami di Segmen Bincang Halo Indonesia. Kita lanjutkan perbincangan kita dengan Chairman of TBN Asia, Melvin Mak. Okay, Melvin, what kind of the challenges that have to be tackled by the volunteers?
Well, a lot of challenges. For example, I mentioned earlier, it takes many hands to work. Tri-sector collaboration. Some we really need government help. For example, permits, approvals.
Yeah.
All right.
A bit complicated, a lot complicated.
Very complicated. Okay. The other thing is private sector.
Okay.
Now, to convince the private sector, by the way, in this TBN Asia conference, more of these impact funds and banks are coming because they also want to be learning. But convincing them takes projects to show them, all right? And they want to go for impact trips to go and see what's happening. And then the civil society, which is actually the easiest to convince, but the challenge for them is how do you change the mindset from a donation model, which is actually a large part of the mindset of the NGOs and the social enterprises into sustainability. So you got to work with all these parties. It's not easy.
That's not easy.
Not
and
easy.
the things that wondering me is, you know, like every country has different characteristics, right? So how can TBN Asia adapt to this kind of a condition? I bet it's going to be one of the challenges that are faced by the volunteers.
That's right. Thank you. That's a great question. You know, TBN Asia actually, we set ourselves a goal to concentrate on the nations in ASEAN. So Indonesia, we are involved with. Malaysia, somewhat. Thailand, Philippines, Myanmar, Cambodia. So at this present time, it's like that. But very much Indonesia. So that's why we need to spend more time immersing into Indonesian culture. That's one. Two is you cannot not have local partners. Local people who believes, and we partner together. So it's not like we know everything. I would say, if I use the term, is one beggar telling another beggar where to find food. That kind of idea. So we learn the culture. We understand that every nation has its own level of understanding social entrepreneurships.
Okay, from those challenges, from those obstacles, but TBN Asia Conference 2018 is still there in Jakarta. So what is actually the goal of TBN Asia Conference 2018?
ASEAN is so big.
Yeah.
We feel that after last year, there was a real connection with the people of Indonesia. And we feel that instead of just going to another city, another nation, we immerse deeper with Indonesia so that from that model, if it is successful, it can probably have a better chance of replicating it in other nations. So with that, we feel like we want to work deeper into it. And in fact, this year, 2018, will be very different from last year. It's not just a repeat. We actually have gone deeper.
Well, what is the bigger difference?
Okay. This year, we are working with the Indonesian Village Empowerment Initiative. We just signed an MOU with Bundesa Indonesia. So it gives us the opportunity to work deeper. So Bundesa Indonesia has this policy and a vision how to lift the 75,000 villages in Indonesia out of poverty into the modern economy. And we really feel for that. You know, we say, wow, if we are given that kind of platform and partnership, let's spend time into it.
Okay, I'm completely interested in Bumdesa, but before we are continuing our talk, we have to see this first.
Tahun ini secara khusus, TBN Asia akan menandatangani Fakta Kesepahaman dengan Badan Usaha Milik Desa atau BUMDes yang dinaungi Kementerian Desa, Pembangunan Daerah Tertinggal, dan Transmigrasi Republik Indonesia dalam konferensi yang akan digelar esok di Grand Mercure Kemayoran, Jakarta Pusat. Melalui Fakta Kesepahaman ini, TBN Asia dan BUMDes akan bersama-sama mengupayakan pemberdayaan warga pedesaan, khususnya yang masih belum tersentuh pembangunan. Berdasarkan data Badan Pusat Statistik Indonesia atau BPS, hingga awal tahun ini, 1 dari 8 warga pedesaan masih hidup di bawah garis kemiskinan, dengan pengeluaran per kapita di bawah Rp12.000 per hari. Sementara dalam skala nasional, 1 dari 10 masyarakat Indonesia masih hidup di bawah garis kemiskinan. TBN Asia juga akan menjadi ajang bagi jaringan filantrop untuk turut serta mengembangkan warga pedesaan di Indonesia, seperti diantaranya Asian Venture Philanthropy Network, Aspen Network Development Entrepreneurs, dan Thomas Reuters Foundation Trust Law.
Baik, itu tadi konsep baru yang ditawarkan oleh TBN Asia dalam TBN Asia Conference 2018 yang dilaksanakan di Jakarta, yakni bekerjasama dengan Boom Desa. Kita akan tanyakan lebih konkret dengan Melvin Mark, apa sebenarnya konsep yang dihadirkan bersama dengan Boom Desa ini sendiri. Kita kembali lagi ke Melvin. Melvin, what is actually the main aim of the signing with Boom Desa?
Okay, Boom Desa Indonesia really is the government initiative. I think it has been talked about a long time. And right now, I understand, according to law enactment, right, is put into law, where the government would fund the desas, all right, in total maybe up to 10% of its national budget. And that's a big initiative the government is taking. So, Boom Desa Indonesia, they like what TBN is doing because I think we share the same vision. And the word is fighting poverty. Yeah, because why we keep on using the word fighting is it's not easy. We want to tell people, you know, although it's a noble...
It needs an effort.
A lot of effort. But we are wanting to journey together. So that... what we call MOU actually gives us opportunity to say, okay, we can work together. And in this TBN conference, Boom Desa Indonesia projects will be actually the first in line to be featured.
Okay. Do they fight the poverty also by doing the social enterprises, just like the things that done in TBN Asia?
Okay, from what I understand, they're beginning to.
Oh.
So the desas are formed together into what we call Bumades, which really are the coordinators of villages, and then finally it goes up to Boom Desa Indonesia, which would be offering leadership, connection to the rest of the world. So we hope to be one of the partners coming alongside them. So in this TBN conference, it's not just talking about social enterprise 101. It's really about, here is a project where people can invest in Indonesia, partner together with the desas, and could be investments, could be joint ventures with social enterprises from other nations as well. So with that, we hope to keep the buzz going and contribute to how do you empower the villages.
Okay, all is done to fight the poverty. We're going to talk more about it right after the break. Tetap bersama kami di Halo Indonesia.